Good day, viewers at home. I am Buseni Agatha from the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies, Lagos State University. I am your host on today's show, Let's Talk. Today we'll be talking about music and how Afrobeat style is making way all over the world. It all started in Nigeria and now it is everywhere. So sit back and relax because we'll be talking about various topics under Afrobeat. We'll be talking about the negative effects and the positive effects. So here with me I have
Fajimi Oluwapelumi Oluwafunmilayo.
Akintaye Bolatife Ezekiel.
So welcome to Let's Talk. So I have a few questions for you centered around Afrobeat, and I would like to know your perspective about Afrobeat. So my first question is directed to you. So what does Afrobeat mean to you?
To me, Afrobeat is words cannot even describe how Afrobeat is actually saying my view of Afrobeat. Originally, Afrobeat is originated in Nigeria. So back down to the 90s, the 80s, to this present state, I think Afrobeat is actually making waves. It is the lyrics, the words, the sounds are superb. Afrobeat is one of the best trending music that is evolving in Nigeria presently.
Towards me, Afrobeat is more of a form of expression. It's something that is innate in every Nigerian, right? From the post-colonial era where we see the likes of Fela Kuti, we see Sir Shino Peters, so on and so forth, King Sunny Ade. We see that Afrobeat has evolved, and therefore, in its evolution, the meaning and translation for people change. And as for me, Afrobeat does not need to be understood. It just has to be felt. Yeah. Afrobeat is an innate feeling, so it is one with Nigeria. It is a part of your soul. So Afrobeat is Nigeria.
Yeah. We are Afrobeat.
That's Afrobeat for us, you know.
So me, Afrobeat is also cultural heritage that unites us.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So my next question goes like this, and is directed to you. So the fact that foreigners listen to Afrobeat, like they vibe to Afrobeat, is it a bad thing or a good thing in the society?
Well, it depends for me. I feel Afrobeat going global actually brings attention towards the Nigerian space. I also feel that it affects and taints our heritage, our authenticity.
Okay.
We see ourselves starting to lose touch of the authenticity. Like if you look at it now, songs from now don't sound like songs from back then, the Badge era, the Mohits era.
Yeah.
Understand? So the fact that it's going global, it's now making people now, the artists now tend to have an audience appeal. And they are now making themselves lose touch of the authenticity that makes it Afrobeats.
Okay.
And it's now becoming more of global beats than Afrobeats.
So, Ma, please, can I hear from you?
Yeah, I get from his point, but what if we look at this in my own point of view? You know that Afrobeat is actually making waves. These people are actually liking our videos. They are liking our music. These people are downloading our music.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen the TikTok videos where this lady was actually dancing to our music? Men, they are in love.
It's true.
So we cannot just end it.
Very only like small children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when we are looking at the bad side, we should also look at the good side of it. Afrobeat is making waves. These people want to be like us. Why? Because the tone, the music, the lyrics itself, they are there rehearsing over and over. They want to be like us, but trust me, they can't. That's just it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So my next question is, okay, we all know the father of Afrobeat, which is Fela Kuti and Nikolakbo. So we all know that he's the father of Afrobeat.
Yes.
And do you think he has laid a good foundation for the artists or the upcoming artists? Do you think so?
The thing is, Fela Nikolakbo Kuti is a legend. He stands out in the Hall of Fame of Nigerian music, not just Nigerian music, but global music. According to history, Fela is one of the most persecuted musicians ever.
Yeah,
and we see that his music was not just about creating tones, it was passing a message. Maybe we see that Fela's music was quite prophetic. And we see many of the things he complained or sang about in his songs still happening till date, especially in the political aspect of our country.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Fela served as a good reference point for other generations to follow.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that we see many people try to imitate, but they cannot get that authenticity of the Fela, of the Kutis. Even the Kutis themselves are not as raw, as crude, as unrefined as Fela. So we see that Fela has laid a bar and a standard. So every artist that comes out just looks up towards that standard. And we can even see the influence in many of our big three. We see the influence in Burna Boy most especially. If you look at the Grammys, we see the Grammys performance where how he represented African culture. So we see how he pushed our culture over there, causing people to now be more interested. So we see Whiskey, we see Davido, we even see Rema them trying to pick a little bit. So we even see them sampling.
And this guy is a superhero.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
like this guy is actually, there is a truth in each of his songs. There is a truth. All these things we are actually experiencing in this current Nigeria situation, he has sang it back then in his music. But we were not actually paying attention to it. Like he's superb. His song is actually making waves. Up to now, people are still listening to his music. Like I give it to him. Shout out to Fela Kuti.
Yes. We love you. So my next question is directed to you. So how do you see the future of Afrobeat?
Afrobeat going internationally isn't a bad thing entirely because we have celebrated the diversity and richness of Afrobeat.
Yeah, and the truth is even the fact that for me, despite the fact that I say that Afrobeat music is toxicity, I feel Afrobeat attracts.
Yes,
There's a lot of attraction for the other countries over here at Afrobeat, and we haven't actually seen how Afrobeats, young artists, most especially the Gen Zs, are making waves. We see the likes of Dips, we see the likes of Chingman, we see them making waves at ages that are quite unfathomable. We see how old is Dips? Like Dips about 19, we see Chingman about 18, right? We see Kite, I don't know, people say Kite is still me, I don't know, but the truth is, we are seeing the youths achieving what it took, achieving in just a span of a year or two, achieving what it took many of the veterans about 5 to 6 or even maybe 10 years to get. So we see Ayasta who just blew how many years ago? Going global. We see Rema going global. We see King Mad. Even King Mad is already even signed under Universal Music and she's already going global too. And that's just the future. And I feel the future is actually in good hands. And the future is actually in good hands. So I'm quite expectant for the future.
Something that bothers me is that these people are actually intentional. They are actually working. They are intentional about. They don't want Afrobeat as a whole to just die. So they are putting in their energy. They are hardworking. These people are creative. To me, Afrobeat is. Let me just say 5 years to come now. Not playing, because these people are not relenting. They are trying to try their best to meet up every standard. So they are actually hardworking. They are putting in their best. They are working these things out for us to, and this is enjoyable. So I see a brighter future, a better future, a good future. Name it English. Futures that are coming. Afrobeat is making way international because these guys over there can do up to what we are doing as Africans, as Nigeria in particular. Our youth they have brain. They are give it to them. So in 5 years time, I know Afrobeat
they will do more than this.
Yes, it will be a fantastic and super.
Yeah. So my last question for today's show, it goes like this and it's directed to you. So what is the evolution of Afrobeat?
Woo! Okay. To me, the evolution of Afrobeat, let me say, I think, as we've said, Afrobeat is actually making waves. So 5 years to come, I know Afrobeat will be a bigger stuff in the industry. Yes, it should be a bigger one to be because I know it's evolving. I know it is. Yes. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to how it will be. I'm looking forward of how the future of Afrobeat would be like.
Sorry, can I add something?
Yeah, you can.
I'll say the evolution of Afrobeat. It's number one. I'll say it's quite expectant. I'm quite optimistic about what it holds because if you look at it back then, music back then, number one, had so much rhythm. It had so much. It had beer parlor vibes. It had activist vibes and all that. So we see from the post-colonial era, we see Fela Kuti, Shina Peters, we see there's this one. We see Star Plus. We see this one that sang you don't jam my car, you go better. So we see the evolution as it's going. Yeah, now there's some current songs in my list. I'm like, there's songs. There's a because there's like this one old song. This song EML, they say want to Bolongo. And I'm like, we can't sing that song now, and I'm so glad because the fact that we are seeing the evolution.
Yeah.
We are seeing the evolution, but the fact that we are seeing the evolution still shows that there's still more. So I'm quite expectant to see what Afrobeat will now become
In the
nearest
future.
future. Not just 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. Let's
Yes.
just
Yes.
And I think the spirit is one. Those father, their spirit there, the way their spirit is one, is a lot, a whole lot. And I like the fact whereby there is this cultural thing in Afrobeat.
Yes.
There is a cultural thing,
Yeah.
and I think it's actually unite us as one,
Yeah.
as one family
culture keeps us together.
Yes, keep us together.
Culture keeps us together.
Even though some lyrics might not actually be, but to the other side,
There are
I
some
know,
lyrics that you hear that is
yeah,
very
your spirit will be lifted.
There's a song that came out recently.
Mhm.
This song, J5, no Skepta and Portable,
Yeah.
and J5 is actually a UK producer.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has Ghanaian heritage, right? He has Ghanaian
Okay.
heritage, but he's a UK producer, but based in the UK, like grown, like I think he spent majority of his life over there.
Okay.
And when he made that song with Skepta,
Yeah.
when I saw the speech, I was surprised at how Skepta and Portable how he sing song. But number one, people admire the fact that Skepta entered the song. But people actually look at the fact that the production of that beat, it actually gave Nigerian street vibes.
Yeah.
It actually gave Nigerian street
Yeah,
vibes. Like
yeah.
from a you like it would have taken years, like not years, but like quite observation and study from the likes of the street artists. We see the Shiva, we see Kudos,
Yes,
them.
yes.
So to create that type of fluid pattern that a UK artist can flow, whereas a full-fledged street Nigerian artist can also flow. So it's
Have you seen this Portable music? I think talking about
Bobrisky,
Bobrisky,
yes,
and
yes,
I was
yes,
like,
yes,
whoa,
yes.
this guy. And the fun fact about Afrobeat is that they talk about the truth.
Yes, they
If
talk
you
about the truth.
listen to what
Portable
Portable's song,
sang.
yes,
Like,
it's
it was
actually
talking about the bad things Bobrisky is doing.
Yes.
That,
so in front of it.
yeah.
There's nothing hidden. So
Yes.
it's trying to. And again, do you know Afrobeat? Afrobeat has there is a party this thing. When you are moody.
Yes,
There
There is this song that I love by King Madi. I like on that Chin because that's how they used to say that on Mark them. There's this song Visions. I don't know if anybody knows that. Got a lot of rings like magic, got a rings like magic. So that song is quite cool. You know, like the fact that Afrobeats cannot just go there. Just Afrobeats.
Yes.
Afrobeats. So people like Buju cannot still do
Yes,
that song.
yes,
Just with every.
Oh my God.
Okay. We have come to the end of this show. So let's shout out to all the Afrobeat singers
Shout out to
everywhere.
You are doing
Thank you guys for joining us on this amazing show. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I do. And as for the viewers, I hope you've learned one or two things about this, about everything they've said, about Afrobeat, how it is going globally all over the world. There's no way you will hear Afrobeat and you will not dance or you will not nod your head. So stay tuned, this same channel, same time. I know your humble self, Buseni Agatha, and this is Let's Talk. Bye.